What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going through power banks. Which of these is the best of the bunch? Now I get this question a lot. Which should I get? Because there are so many power banks and this is just barely scratching the surface. These are the three top players, you know. We've got EcoFlow, we've got Bluetti and we've got Jackery. You guys know I work with EcoFlow quite a lot, but if there's negatives about any of these products, including the EcoFlow, I will be totally upfront and honest. Now, I'm just going to run through a few facts, and then at the end of it, I'm going to give you my opinions on each of these, and then we're going to see if if any of these can power an air fryer to cook some bacon. Now, so what we've got here first, let's introduce them. We have got the EcoFlow River 2 Pro, we've got the Bluetti EB70, and we've got the Jackery 1000. Now, they're all fighting for the same kind of title. This Jackery is a little bit bigger, but it's the most comparable for the range. So, Jackery 1000 can be found for about £1,000. The Bluetti can be found for about £800, and the River 2 Pro can be found for about £750. The Jackery weighs 9.9 kilos. The Bluetti weighs 9.7, and the EcoFlow is a staggering 7.8, so that's a couple of kilos less. Lugging them around if you're walking down the end of the field or if you're out camping, just generally moving it, that is a big difference. Now, this is where things start to really take a different turn. The battery chemistry. The battery chemistry on this Jackery is lithium ion NMC 1002 watt hours. This has got about 500 charge cycles. It then drops to about 80%. A mere 7.5 hours to recharge. And then the battery chemistry in these two are LiPo 4s. Now that makes a big difference. The Bluetti is coming in at 716, will take 3 to 4 hours and 2,500. And the EcoFlow is coming in at 768 watt hours and 3,000. This bad boy, the EcoFlow, will take 0 to 100 in 70 minutes. 70 minutes. Ding ding, winner winner. So these will last, you know, in the ballpark of 10 years. You know, this, if you charged it every day, you'd be getting, you know, under 2 years. The Jackery max surge is 2,000 watts. The Bluetti is 1,400 watts. And the EcoFlow is 1,600 watts. When it comes to the air fryer, we'll see if they can run them. Now, personal opinions. What do I like? What don't I like? Let me start with the Bluetti. Out of all of them, I love the wireless charging top, and I love the rectangle design, the square edges, because you can put it into a corner, you can stack stuff on it, it's nice and neat. So you can still back it into a corner, front charge, still use all your ports, that's great. It's a shame that it takes so long to charge and it's a lot heavier compared. It has got, on this interface, a bar system, so it goes up in 20% segments to tell you how much charge you got left. 2 PD ports for your MacBook to charge them, a couple of USBs, and then a couple of normal ports along with your cigarette lighter, which is great. I mean, you're not going to need probably much more than that, to be fair. These are not designed to have 1,000,001 things plugged into them. They're designed to give quite a good amount of power and last quite a while, but you're not going to be plugging 101 items into them. To the EcoFlow. Now, I love the EcoFlows. I love how quick they charge. I wish it had an extra PD port, a couple of them, because the normal type USBs, they're dying away, so it would be nice to get an extra PD port. I like that it's got 3 240 sockets, and the EcoFlow will tell you an actual number. It will tell you 100% or 96% or 22%. And the EcoFlow does come with an app, so you can control all these ports. So if you've left it down there, you can then turn things on and off from your phone, which is really nice touch. I'll be honest, I like the handle, but I don't like the handle. It's not a design I don't like. It's not a design I'm in love with. It works. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a major point for me, but the big thing that I do not like, and I'm really trying to talk to EcoFlow about, and I've asked them, is I want a wireless top. That is a beautiful top to put wireless charging plate. My phone could sit there beautifully just charging, and I really think that would be a winner. Now, the Jackery. I do not like this handle. It's just slap bang in the way. You can't put anything on the top. It hasn't got a wireless top, exactly the same as the EcoFlow, so that's a minus point as well. Now what I do like, it has got the front charging, so if you do back this into a corner, although you can't put stuff on the top, you can still charge at the front and you still have access to all your ports. You have got 2 normal USB ports. One is a quick charge. You have got USB Type C to charge like your MacBooks and that, but on their website they're just saying 2 USB Type C ports, and they're not stating their wattage. So that's what I do and don't like about the Jackery. As you can see, I'm pretty fair across the board. There's things I do like about this and love about this, and I do love EcoFlow as a company. They got some great products. Now let's have a look if any of these can power my air fryer. Right, this is my air fryer. I'll put the details of this air fryer up on the screen now. It's a Jackery air fryer. It's a 1500 watt. We have got some bacon ready to go in. So turn that on. We're on. There is a bacon section on here, so that's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to turn it on, click the bacon section, which is 100, I don't know if you can see that, 160 degrees for 8 minutes. Now I'm going to do it more than that because I like my bacon a bit crispy, but we're just going to try and click that and click start and see what it does. Tripped out straight away. The Bluetti cannot cook my bacon in an air fryer. What we'll do is we'll go straight back. We've turned it on. We'll go turn it on. We'll click bacon with, like I said, 160 degrees for 8 minutes. Let's see if it can do anything. Yeah, we're pulling 1500 watts and it seems to be working. Now, like we say, this can peak out at 2000 watts, so this should be able to... Oh! No, it stopped. There we go. So I was saying it should be alright, and it stopped. Alright, same test. We'll turn it on. We've got the AC on. We're going to turn it onto bacon mode, and we're going to press start. I wonder if this can do it. Okay, it says it's pulling 800 watts. So I don't know if it's just restricting it and still we're letting it go or not. Yeah, it's pulling 807 watts and it's lasted the longest. So it says it's cooking at 160 for 8 minutes. It hasn't quit. We'll see what happens. Because I'm getting some weird numbers on this EcoFlow, I've moved over to the kitchen area where I'm going to stick a meter. I'm going to do the test to see if it really does, if the EcoFlow really can cook the bacon. So I've got the EcoFlow here on the kitchen with the bacon on the air fryer, and I've pulled out one of my meters and I've put that, I'll show you in a minute, but I'm going to put that in the air fryer. So then we can measure the temperature, because I'm not sure if it is getting to temperature or not. So we'll see, because the EcoFlow might be restricting its power, which means it might not be getting to the exact temperature. We've got the EcoFlow here, plugged into the air fryer here. There's the bacon, and there's the meter. Now, if you have a look here on my phone, I've just put it as a gammon joint, so don't worry about the actual temperature that it has to get to, but that's the current temperature now of the air fryer. So we will see, and then you can see I've named it EcoFlow Bacon Test Cook. So let's put it in, let's turn this on. As per last time, we'll do that, and we click bacon setting, 160 for 8 minutes. Let's click go. Now that starts cooking. That starts heating up. That says 812 watts. And we can see that, I know it's only 1 degree, but that is rising. So I'll keep an eye on the whole of this, let it run for the whole 8 minutes. If it does it, unless it conks out, then I'll come back and we'll see what happens. Right, silly me, I've set it too low. I've had the meter just make a noise going, remove from heat, remove from heat. So we are 2 minutes in. It was an 8-minute program, so we're 2 minutes in, and we're currently at 82 degrees. So it's a little bit, I don't know if it is slower or not, but we are getting, the temperature is going up. And then as you can see, we're still on 803 watts. So things are still moving forward. We're going down time, and we're nearly at 90 degrees. 90 degrees there. Okay guys, I think I'm going to have to quickly pause this because I've got a over warning temperature on my thermometer, on my meter. I don't know what's going on there, but it's not liking it. But we're at 116 degrees, so I'm going to pull that out, and we're at 4 minutes left. I don't exactly know why the meter's saying over temperature warning, 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 but I don't like this big red screen. That doesn't look appealing to me. I've done it. But that got to 116 degrees. That's on camera. But the program is 160. We've still got 4 minutes left, so it didn't get to the top end. I assume it will keep going. Obviously I've pulled it out now, so it's there, and we're now coming down in temperature. Yeah, I mean, we're still running at 800 watts. The battery percentage is going down. I think that's down 10% already. 4 minutes left on the cook. This is a weird one. I'm really not too sure. I mean, I've tried to do things to try and make this as scientific as possible, I suppose. But yeah, we've got 3 minutes left on the cook, and then we'll see where the bacon's at. We might put it in for another 6 minutes, another session, another cycle of 8 minutes. See if that cooks it. We've got 1 minute left of cook. I've pulled this thermometer out so we can probe the bacon, see if we can get a little bit of a temperature. But as you can see on the actual the graph, it went up to 118 degrees peak, but it is quite a slow rise. Now if I look back at some of my previous cooks, there was a previous cook where, oh, we are done. Right, so that is the 8 minute cooking cycle done. There we are at the percentage. Let's pull it open. It doesn't look very cooked to me, but let's see if we can get a temperature. It's not going to be the easiest because there's not really much there to measure. I wouldn't be eating that bacon yet because I would say it's not cooked. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly flip that bacon all around, and I'm going to put it in for another cycle, and we'll come back at the end of that cycle and see where we're at. Bacon's back in for another cycle. What I just wanted to show you was on this app. This was a gammon I cooked previously in the air fryer for Christmas. Now, the temperature got up a lot quicker. This green one is the temperature, how it rose so really quick. That shows the difference. This was with it on mains power 240 without a power bank. But then if you go back to the one that we're on today, the obviously disregard the green because we were working not with the proper meats and all this and that, but you can see the temperature rise. It's a lot slower compared to the previous cook. There we go, that is it. That is 2 cycles of 8 minutes on the bacon setting. We are at 50% battery left. I think we started at just about 80%. Let's have a look what this looks like. There we go. That is cooked bacon. Not as crispy as I would personally like it, but that is cooked bacon. Now, that isn't the crispiest bacon in the world, and it took 2 cycles. We know it definitely got to about 120 degrees inside that air fryer. Now, it is a 1500 watt air fryer. It's obviously restricted in some way, somehow, but it cooked food. It didn't stop like the other 2 power banks, and it kept going, even though it restricted it a bit. And I've done 2 cycles. I do now have some cooked bacon. So, and it's still got 50% power. So I think that's quite a good, quite a successful test. I didn't expect that. I expected the Jackery to be knocking them all out the park, to be fair. But as we've seen, pretty fair test. Gone the whole mile just to try and see if we could cook some bacon, and done a little bit of an extension of the test to really show what it can do. So you could cook some food with the EcoFlow River 2 Pro. Banging. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope it's helped you come to a decision and given you a little bit more explanation on power banks and what one might be great for you. If you've got any questions, make sure you drop them in the comments below. If you like this content and you like motorhoming, van life and travel content, make sure you hit subscribe for more videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Bye.